I got a suitcase full of empty promises. Don't believe
Hey, it's Mikey. I'm from a band called 7th Time Down. Love to share some thoughts with you today. A verse that's kind of been a life verse for me. It's in Ephesians chapter 4. It's verse 1. As a prisoner for the Lord, then I urge you to live a life worthy of the calling you have received. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient and bearing with one another in love. See, when I was a kid, I was so focused on the calling. All I worried about was getting a record deal and being on the radio and being a Christian band. And I think as I've gotten older, I've learned through verses like this that maybe we shouldn't be so focused on the calling, but we should be focused on living a life worthy of the calling. I believe everybody has specific callings on their life. Some of us are going to be pastors. Some of us are going to be in Christian bands. Some of us are going to be teachers. Some of us are going to work in radio. Some of us are going to be lawyers and doctors and all these things. And I think they're all specific to you and the specific gifts God's given you. But I think more importantly is living a life worthy of the calling. How do you do that? The writer in Ephesians tells us in verse 2 is to be patient, be kind, be gentle, bearing with one another in love. I think as long as we're getting that, the way of Jesus, living, stepping into that way of life every single day, I think the calling will just come natural. You know, the Bible says to seek first the kingdom and all things will be added unto us. Seek the kingdom. What's that look like? Love, gentleness, kindness, bearing with one another in love. It says it over and over again in the Bible. So, so I know a lot of you guys, especially being in college, trying to figure out what the calling is, and we focus so much on that. But today, I want to encourage you to just take a step back and not focus so much on the calling, but just what it looks like for you to live a life that's worthy of that calling. Thanks so much.
glory in the highest, I will sing, standing on the promises of Christ my King.